Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Speaking of Mimi, we talked this off air, and we didn't mean to talk about it tonight, but we thought we'd bring it on air. Bryce Harper has never gotten my, I don't want to say affection because I'm not that kind of guy. If you're that kind of guy, well, it's all your own kind of business. But Bryce Harper, from the minute he was 15 years old on Sports Illustrated, on CNN with Van Earl Wright and the like a lot of years ago, I've never been a fan of that guy. He, from the eye black running down his face, the monster mash, the thing, all the stuff, I have never, and I don't know what that man could have done as a baseball fan if he ended up being the Yankee, because I never liked A-Rod from the minute he was there to the minute he left. And even if Harper would have became a Yankee, like it was discussed a lot of years ago, I don't know if there's something that man, I'm going to still call him a boy, that kid, that guy, whatever you want to call him, could have possibly done to win me over as a baseball fan. I don't like him.
I 100% agree.
I don't know.
It's the way he carries himself, right? Like, he's just too much a dude, bro, for me. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's that it thing that he has, and game for days. He's a player. Like, I'm not gonna say he's not good at his game, because he really, really is. Like, to illustrate it like that, on game 2, I was watching that one for a bit. Whatever, Buddy was on first. Bryce had a clean, deep single, but he went first to third. They threw the ball to third, and then Bryce Harper got thrown out at second, trying to take second. Were you watching the game at this point? Yeah, and he got tagged out, and he was out. And then the announcers came out pretty hard on him, which was cool. Like, you don't make that mistake. But then they showed the overhead, and then he didn't dig in until he rounded first. Like, had he been running hard, and that's just Bryce Harper. Doesn't dig in until
it benefits
it's a little
him.
bit too late. Right, exactly. Right? Like, it's like, dig in. Like, he doesn't, him and that jerk closer from the Papelbon. Is that who came from?
Yeah, they got a little situation a few years back in the dugout. Yeah,
Papelbon cussed him out for not running hard.
There was a little situation.
Papelbon's a jerk.
And Papelbon's a douchebag too, a nozzle. And when nozzle goes against nozzle, you got to pick a nozzle that you like a little bit more.
So speaking of, like, that's what, like, we talked about it, like, today, how neither of us like Bryce Harper. Like, equate him. Who is Bryce Harper? Who is his doppelganger in the NHL? Like, is it Steve Avery?
No, because Avery got a little racist and a little bit personal with people. Like, a guy that you could compare an NHL guy with Harper, he'd be like a Marchand kind of deal.
You think he's
like a good player, but just I just don't like you.
I think,
but Marchand would get under the guy's skin. I just don't like Harper because I just he's that entitled little prick.
Like he's Kachuk, like a Kachuk.
Yeah, he's a
Kachuk.
Not Brady. He's a Matthew Kachuk.
He's a Matthew.
I think Brady's got a little bit more character to him. Matthew's a little prick, and that's what I think about. And I hope that people don't listen to this show. Actually, I do. I want the feedback on this one. It might be actually quite funny. He's like a Matthew Kachuk. I'm great. Look at me, and I'm going to leave the first chance I get from the team that signed me. Blah blah blah. Because that's what Harper did as well.
And then if things go bad, I'm gonna pout and
I'll point fingers every other way. But look at me, look at me in my fancy shoes. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Yeah, that's a good analogy. He's a Matthew Kachuk, Calgary Flames era. Yeah, same kind of guy, same kind of human. Look at me, I'm great.
I understand your talent. Like, and yes, you are a different maker, but man, you are just.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's like
I'd rather have Marchand on my team than Kachuk.
Yeah, because I think that Mr. Harper is going to come to a rude awakening when they face the Atlanta Braves this week. I think that one's going to be done in maybe 2. They won't even play the third game. It's going to be done so quickly there between